Our anniversary trip kicks off in the iconic city of Beverly Hills, where palm trees stand tall, luxury cars hum like white noise, and every corner feels like a movie set. 9 years later, Julie and I returned to the place that was one of the highlights during our honeymoon, and honestly, the city has aged just as well as we have, maybe even better. From strolling under the towering palms to snapping photos at the classic Beverly Hills sign, the city welcomed us back like old friends. And let's be real, Beverly Hills still knows how to make you feel fancy, even if you're just window shopping. Here's a few fun facts about the city. Beverly Hills was once a humble lima bean ranch before becoming the glamorous playground it is today. The most recent population census indicates there are 32,000 people who live in Beverly Hills. This number is slightly down from the last census. The average household income in Beverly Hills is $250,510, with a poverty rate of only 9%. The city's iconic palm trees were mostly planted in the early 1900s as part of a beautification project, and they're now practically Hollywood royalty. I'm a fan of the native hibiscus trees that line the street shown here further north on Rodeo Drive. However, there's a battle currently waging to save the big shady trees. The city and some business owners blame the majestic trees for leaving messy droppings and damaging buildings and sidewalks. So there's a movement to cut down 87 of these trees for a sidewalk restoration project. Some of these trees are over 60 years old. It's ironic that the project comes at a time in California when climate activists are urging cities across the nation to expand their tree cover to address climate change. The Beverly Hills Wilshire Hotel was one of the stops on our honeymoon back in 2016, so it felt only natural to revisit this legendary hotel. And if anything, it's even more charming now. Here's a pic of us 9 years ago and a pic on the bottom today. My, how time flies, but I'd like to think we're aging gracefully. With its grand entrance, elegant architecture, and service that makes you feel like movie stars, the Wilshire wrapped us up once again in its warm, luxurious embrace. Here's some fun facts about the hotel. It opened in 1928 and has hosted everyone from Elvis to Ronald Reagan to members of the British royal family. Initially named Beverly Wilshire Apartment Hotel, the building was constructed by real estate developer Walter McCarty on the site of the former Beverly Hills Speedway, an American board track from 1919, which was, at the time, ranked second in the country after the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The 1950s saw endless parties with the Hollywood's elite and prominent politicians, from glamorous soirees at the hotel's famed Copa Club bar to charity galas in the ballroom. It's famously featured in the 1990 movie Pretty Woman, which means yes, we stayed in a Hollywood legend. The penthouse suite, where much of Pretty Woman was filmed, is the largest suite in Los Angeles, spanning 5,000 square feet. The crystal chandelier in the Wilshire Wing lobby is from the Czech Republic and weighs more than 720 pounds and is worth over $35,000. Made of Swarovski crystal, the chandelier is comprised of 266 crystal balls, 340 crystal rods, and 922 crystal octagons. We love to go and relax for lunch at the Boulevard Restaurant and Lounge in the Wilshire. With lofty ceilings and Art Deco touches reminiscent of when the hotel opened in 1928, the atmosphere and service offer a welcoming and relaxing atmosphere. With prime views overlooking Wilshire Boulevard and Rodeo Drive, the Boulevard features fresh, local California cuisine and one of my favorites, the Boulevard Burger. Next up on our trip, Rodeo Drive, where window shopping becomes a sport and every store looks like a tiny art museum. Julie and I wandered through the sleek storefronts and enjoyed the weather and sunshine. While we were there in early November, the Christmas decorations were already put up and on display. We had a fun time going around and snapping our pictures at several places with the Christmas decorations. Here's some fun facts about Rodeo Drive. It's only 3 blocks long, but it's considered one of the most expensive shopping districts in the world. The street's famed Golden Triangle attracts millions of visitors every year, many of whom are also just window shopping. Rodeo Drive has gone wild this past summer. Visitors to the luxury street have fallen in love with 8 colorful life-size sculptures of animals: Wild Kong, Standing Bear, Panda, and Crocodile, designed by the French artist Richard Orlinski. And part of this past summer's Rodeo Drive celebrates fashion. While 7 of Orlinski's wild creatures will leave Rodeo Drive in January of 2026, one work will remain permanently on view. When asked which one will remain, Orlinski responds, "I think it's the Kong with a big heart, and written on the heart is Rodeo Drive. It fits with the place, and it was made for it." Even without buying anything extravagant, Rodeo Drive is an experience. The glam, the architecture, the people watching, it's all top-tier entertainment. No Rodeo Drive adventure would be complete without stepping into the ultimate temple of classic American luxury, Ralph Lauren. Some fun facts. The Ralph Lauren Beverly Hills flagship was designed with the look and feel of a grand European residence. Rodeo Drive was one of the brand's earliest West Coast luxury expansions. The store often features exclusive pieces not found in other locations. Of course, I could not leave without making a purchase. Here's a photo showing me in 2016 on the top and 9 years later on the bottom. Again, I'd like to think that I'm gracefully aging, but that's up for interpretation. Up next came a nostalgic fan dream, a tour of Warner Brothers Studios. We stepped behind the curtain of Hollywood magic, wandering through backlots, sets, and iconic props. Warner Brothers Studios opened in 1923, making it one of Hollywood's oldest continuously operating studio lots. The highlight for Julie and I was visiting the Friends TV series soundstage, a sacred site for anyone who's ever wished they could grab a coffee at Central Perk. The Friends soundstage, stage 24, is so iconic that it was permanently dedicated and preserved as a landmark after the series finale in 2004. Julie and I sat on the famous orange couch, nerded out over the 90s sitcom history, and even delivered our best "we are on a break" impressions. Other countless legendary TV shows have filmed on the lot, including The Big Bang Theory, ER, Full House, The West Wing, The Pit, which season 2 was being shot on sound stages 21 and 22 while we were there. Here's a pic of the lunch grill station for food being prepared for the actors and production team. This is as close as we got to the action. Just a few of the many famous movies that have been filmed at Warner Brothers include La La Land, the 2018 version of A Star Is Born. Who could forget Argo? And then the Dark Knight trilogy. In fact, one of my favorite scenes in the first Dark Knight movie is where the Batmobile turns into a motorcycle. Watch as the scene is recreated with me riding the Bat motorcycle. Other famous movies include Ocean's 11, starring Brad Pitt and George Clooney. Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's 2002 film, used several of the Warner Brothers stages. The Warner Brothers backlot, New York Street, has also appeared in hundreds of productions. You've seen it even if you don't realize it. And the iconic water tower you see on the lot, it was built in 1927. It once held 100,000 gallons of water and is now purely decorative, but remains a symbol of Warner Brothers history. For dinner, we ate at Il Postaio, which was like being whisked away from Beverly Hills to a lively Italian street trattoria, except with a little more glamour and a lot more celebrity spotting potential. Some fun facts about the restaurant. It has been one of Beverly Hills' favorites for over 30 years, known for its handcrafted pasta. The restaurant is part of the famed Drago family of Italian chefs. Their signature dishes, like the truffle pasta, attract locals, tourists, and celebrities alike. The aroma of fresh pasta, garlic, herbs, and simmering sauces surrounded us the moment we sat down. It's the kind of place where every table seems to be having the meal of their lives, and we quickly understood why. We indulged in handcrafted pastas and rich flavors that tasted like pure comfort and celebration. Between the lively atmosphere, delicious food, and cozy Italian charm, it was the perfect romantic stop on our anniversary adventure. Next up, Griffith Park Observatory gave us one of the most beautiful views of downtown Los Angeles. Perched high above the city, the observatory feels like the perfect spot to pause time. In the distance, you can see the famous Hollywood sign located on Mount Lee in Griffith Park. Some fun facts about Griffith Observatory. It opened in 1935 and is truly one of the great treasures of Los Angeles. The observatory has helped generations of lifelong learners make sense of the cosmos and the outer space. Admission to the observatory has always been free by design. However, Julie and I knew, due to the rich history, that we had a lot to learn, so we hired a private tour guide who gave us a lot of interesting information we otherwise would have skipped over. One of the first things you'll see out front of the main building is the famous Astronomer's Monument. This is a 40-foot high, 25-foot wide, fluted monument that honors the legendary pioneers in astronomical achievements. There are 6 of these gentlemen: Hipparchus, Copernicus, Galileo, Kepler, Newton, and Herschel. Since opening in 1935, more than 7 million people have put an eye to the Griffith Observatory's original 12-inch Zeiss refracting telescope. More people have looked through it than any other telescope in the world. Located in the rooftop dome on the building's east end, the Zeiss telescope is intended mainly for nighttime viewing by the general public, commonly targeting the moon, planets, and the brightest showpiece objects of our galaxy. When the night sky is clear, the Zeiss telescope is opened from the roof and serves up to 600 visitors per night. The observatory has appeared in numerous films, including La La Land, starring Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, and Rebel Without a Cause, starring James Dean. Adele performed at the Griffith Observatory for her 2021 television special, Adele One Night Only. It was to celebrate her return to music and the release of her album, 30. The location was chosen to be a love letter to LA, with an iconic backdrop, and was described by her as the most beautiful venue I've ever played. The observatory, along with the view of the Hollywood sign, provided a visually stunning setting for her comeback performance. Next up, anniversary dinner at Havre. It was perfection. Some fun facts about Havre Restaurant. It specializes in Greek-inspired coastal cuisine. It's flown in fresh from the Mediterranean. The Beverly Hills location is known for its open seafood display. It's a signature element of the brand. With its warm Mediterranean vibes, incredible seafood, and the kind of atmosphere that makes you want to linger for hours, Havre was a delicious highlight of the trip. We both love fresh Dover sole, and Havre did not disappoint. The presentation was beautiful. We toasted to 9 years of marriage over fresh dishes and great conversation, soaking in the elegance and the coziness all at once. This meal wasn't just a dinner, it was a celebration of us. On our last day, we decided to visit the Huntington Library, Art Museum, and Botanical Gardens. It was one of the most peaceful and beautiful stops on our trip. Some fun facts about the Huntington. Its gardens span 120 acres with over a dozen themed sections. The library is one of the world's great independent libraries, with some 12 million items, including one of the surviving Gutenberg Bibles, other rare books, manuscripts, prints, maps, and photographs from the 11th century. The Art Museum features over 44,000 objects spanning more than 5 centuries. And the Botanical Gardens, they're amazing. They are a living collection of more than 83,000 plants. Yes, you heard me, 83,000 plants. We strolled through sprawling botanical gardens that felt like stepping into different worlds. The Japanese garden, the rose garden, the desert garden, each more stunning than the other. The trip wrapped up with a home run experience at Dodger Stadium. It is one of the most iconic baseball parks in America. We felt like we needed to go there since the Dodgers have just won the 2025 World Series. Some fun facts about Dodger Stadium. It opened in 1962, making it the oldest Major League Baseball park west of the Mississippi. It's the largest baseball stadium in the world, with a seating capacity of 56,000 fans. Even without a game happening, walking the concourse, soaking in the views, and exploring the team store brought all the baseball energy you'd expect. Whether you're a die-hard baseball fan or just love stadium vibes, this stop added a fun, sporty twist to our anniversary adventure. And we bought some Dodgers swag in the team store at the same time. From luxury hotels to botanical gardens, from sitcom memories to starry sky views, our 9th anniversary trip to Beverly Hills was a beautiful reminder of how far we've come since our honeymoon here in 2016. Same city, same charm, same two people, just with 9 more years of love, laughter, and unforgettable moments. Cheers to many more adventures and many more returns to Beverly Hills.
Love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it, love.
That's all, folks.